Want to generate the most business values with the least amount of time and cost? Even a thriving business can always find ways to make its processes leaner, faster, and more efficient. This process optimization presentation includes templates for tried and true methods to help trim the fat. It includes slides for root cause analysis, risk identification, complexity and uncertainty matrix, Kaizen, 4M checklist, Andon Board, Toyota Product System, Deming Cycle, PDCA, and many more that can be customized for various team environments. Let's review how these methods can be used to improve existing operations. Before we get into individual methodologies, let's review ways that a project team can triage and plan process improvement efforts. To begin with, it's important to identify the main problem and the root of it first. In many cases, there are deeper causes to a problem than what the surface suggests. The fishbone diagram, also known as the Ishikawa diagram, presents the observed problem on the right-hand side. Let's say that a manufacturing team finds that a certain percentage of product fails inspection. With that main problem in mind, we can then break it down into individual components of the manufacturing process along the body of the diagram, and list any possible issues under each component. The example currently shown actually relates to another process optimization tool, the 4M checklist, which we will discuss later. Another way to conduct a root cause analysis is the 5 whys framework. Unlike the fishbone diagram, the 5 whys uses a more top-down approach. Start with the big question by asking the first why. Then continue until 5 whys have been asked to get to the finer points of the problem that weren't obvious to you at first. With any plans for change, there are risks that are already associated with the current process, and also risks that could come up with the new changes. Whether the goal is to reduce the existing risks or to defend the business against potential future risks, it's important to lay out the possibilities to set a feasible expectation. This also brings up the question of what's a worthy trade-off? Does the business align with a more high-risk, high-reward approach, or does it want to play safe? Related to risk management, map out any complexity and uncertainty applied by your process improvement plan on this matrix. For example, for an organization that's looking for low risk and fast results, it could be worth starting with procedures in the lower left quadrant. These are the low-hanging fruits that are not too complicated to implement and are fairly predictable. And remember, if you like the tools in this presentation, you can download and customize them for your needs right now. Now, let's get into the individual tools that can be used throughout the process optimization exercise. Kaizen is one of the most common tools when it comes to process improvement, and for good reasons. It's the framework that's brought great success to companies from Toyota to Nestle. Kaizen can be visualized as an ever-revolving wheel. The key word here is continuous. This means that improvement doesn't simply stop at step number 7. It continues to refine and redefine to achieve even better results. If a team has a well-defined process improvement schedule, it can edit these steps to show specific dates or durations that correspond each step of the Kaizen process. Under the Kaizen framework, the 4M checklist can be used to highlight and track detailed tasks on the ground. The 4M stand for man, machine, material, and method. They allow a project team to be aware of all critical components with better clarity and organization. Note that the 4M checklist doesn't discriminate against the finer details. When it comes to process improvement, even a small detail can lead to significant cost and time savings. These small improvements can also add up when they happen in a high-volume production setting. The Andon board is typically shown as a physical board on the production floor, but we've translated its effect onto this editable slide. The board shows the statuses of production lines and any urgent issues that need to be addressed. Think of it as a live KPI board. The main legends to pay attention to are what parts of the project are fully stopped due to errors, what parts currently have issues detected, and what parts are running as expected. Below, show more details of each task or subtask and their respective statuses. The tools we just mentioned can all be aggregated into the Toyota Production System, or TPS. This is the main ideology that process optimization is founded upon. In this powerhouse, we have the business goals at the top of the house, supported by pillars that are made of individual process optimization methods and followed by the final successful results. Brainstorm better ways to plan and execute your projects with our process optimization deck, which you can download and customize right now. After that, go check out our video on business process reengineering for more tips on how to streamline your operations with the least resources. Thank you so much for watching.